Hello, hello. Okay. Hi, Kurt.
Hey.
Okay, so we got a new student. Tom just joined. And so Tom's in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So welcome, Tom. So he's just getting started with his first week. But we got Kurt. So he is a Mega Man, Castlevania, Toho inspired
Obsessed. Yeah.
obsessed composer. He's channeling all of the iconic tracks,
Oh.
soundtracks of his childhood. We have Catherine,
Yeah.
who is a composer in Gameloft, Indonesia. She's tuning in from Indonesia right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then
I'm
Vincent
trying to
is.
fix my speakers
Oh,
here.
it's fine. You can hear us, right? Yeah, and then
That's okay. Yeah.
Vincent.
Okay. Yeah. I think we're good.
Good, good. Let me also
Yeah. Sorry.
shoot everybody a text too. Let me tell. Uh, what was it? This hour. Let me tell Jay to hop in, and then okay. Me sending links to my students. I'm like, Jay, you know where the link is. Okay, so it's in your email and it's in the Discord announcement. Okay, so we'll get at it. So let's start with questions. Does anybody have any questions? Vincent, I'm looking forward to your questions. So you gotta give me a good. So there is, there's Jay. Excellent. Okay. So yeah, let's start with that. You guys have any questions? Music theory, analysis, etc. in music.
Um, Hi. I was telling you I was sick throughout the whole week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really just getting into the groove. I pretty
Mm-hmm.
much just finished my week six video one.
Mm-hmm.
So far, everything seems pretty clear. I don't really have anything immediate. Maybe let me double
Sure.
check my notes and then
Okay.
someone else can ask a question and
Great.
I'll check back in quick.
You ask good questions, Vincent, so don't
Thanks.
save them for after the office hour.
Yes, don't worry.
Okay. Jay, I haven't seen your submission yet, so how's that going? Update me. Oh, can you hear us, Jay?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, yeah, how's it going?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, yeah, I'm talking to you, Jay.
Sorry, I had internet problems. Like it glitched out for a second.
No worries, no worries.
I'm working on the assignment as we speak right now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is an advanced class, Jay, but you got all the skills to handle all the to handle this. Jay's in high school, guys. He's ahead of the game. Let me actually I want to pull up your I think what I could we could do I was so send everything to me through email, but I think I can also just look at your I think you turn in some tracks too, so we can look at that. So we'll do that. But anybody else has any questions?
How was your day?
How's my day? Um, it's been I've been keeping myself busy. Yeah, it's been it's been a busy day, so that's good. Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll start with Jay's tracks. I think you sent me some of your. Okay, we're gonna. Could you
Yeah,
send?
for the assignment one.
Yeah, could you send me your FLS files? Did you send it to me yet?
I sent the MP3s. Do you want me to send the actual FLP?
Yes. So always send me the FLP and the MP3 together so I can look at your
Okay.
assignments. So let's start with your first track. So send that over to me and I'll critique them right.
Which one? The video
Both.
game, like the one
Both.
where you're supposed to make a melody over the bass?
Yes, yes, both of them.
So the
Oh,
Tetris one first.
Tetris, and you have your Mega Man, not Mega Man, Metal Max yet?
No, I do not.
Okay, we'll send that over.
I will.
Okay, so let's listen to Tetris. I'm making sure I'm sharing sound too. Share sound.
Oh, we can hear it.
Okay. Okay, right off the bat over here, Jay. So, a change. So you're using the same pattern consistently. Da 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 da. So break out of that. You can do da 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 da. Right. So use some long notes to break out. Let me see how you're handling that. Yeah. So it's just we're hearing the same pattern throughout. So I think you can afford a little bit contrast here already in the first half already. So break a little bit out of it. It's a good idea, but we just don't want to hear it over and over.
Yeah, it was something more. I was trying to go for something more arpeggiatic.
I like that arpeggiatic.
I don't know if that's a word.
It's, I think you just invented a word. I like it though, arpeggiatic. Arpeggiated would be the official word.
Oh,
Yeah, good ideas. I just think we gotta switch things up a little. So you're using da 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 consistently, and then we want to hear something different. Da 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 da, right? So give us a
mm-hmm.
little bit more change and contrast, and we don't want to hear all things that are good can get repetitive and tiresome if we hear it too often, right?
So change up the rhythm a little bit.
Switch things up, and the interval da da da, so that doesn't da da da, right? Maybe go go down or something. So that's why I want to look at the FLS. Just send me the FLS, and now I could tweak it in front of you.
All right.
FLP.
Yeah, this one right here. Let me just, because I have my stuff in like a folder.
We'll send it over. Oh, give me a second. Okay. So send that over. While he's sending that to me, does anyone have any questions?
I just looked at the the FLP,
Uh-huh.
and it didn't save when I added the arpeggiatic, so it has my original.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I guess I forgot to save.
Be careful about those. How and is that the furthest you've got? Do you are you missing your Metal Max track?
Yeah, I haven't finished the Metal
Okay,
Max
finish
because I was
that.
focusing on the papers
Okay.
for like the Google Docs. I was gonna send those over too. I was just finishing it up.
Okay. Gotcha. Send everything. Let's see. Tetris. Okay, let's see Tetris.
So this is what I originally had with
Uh-huh.
before I added the arpeggiatic
Aided.
rhythm,
Yeah, arpeggiated rhythms.
arpeggiated rhythms.
Or you could call it arpeggiations. So let's see. Okay, not bad. Um, da, da. I think you just need to add a little bit more spice. So da 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 da, right? So you're doing sort of you're being a little bit shy about it. Da da da, right? Why don't you can be a little bit more wordy here. Da 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 da. Right? So fill that space in. right? And then so you're also being a little bit shy here too, right? So you could just blab a little bit more here. Right? So connecting notes. Right? So now it flows even better. Okay, same thing here, blab more. And then end here. Okay, well, what do you think, Jay? What do you
Uh,
think?
I agree. I actually didn't think of the first part, with like
Mhm.
the adding more. I was trying to play it safe, try to just.
No need to play it safe in this. It's a balance being boring versus being interesting, right? So here you can just spice it up. Yeah. So ornaments, these are connecting notes. Da 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 da, right? So let's see here. Da 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 da. So that's another thing. Why is it a little bit why why is it sort of slow? Because the rhythm itself is pretty fast paced. So if you're bringing the rhythm, original rhythm for Tetris is really some dum da da dum 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 da da dum da dum 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 da dum da da dum. Right. So yeah, a half note here is going to feel a little bit slow. So that's why we just add some connecting notes. Da 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 da. Da, da. So more action. So I think the takeaway here, Jay, is we need a little bit more action in this melody. A little bit
And that's when I added the arpeggiata or
arpeggiations.
arpeggiations.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I want to hear. Oh, that's why I wanted to see your FLP for the arpeggiations. So send that over when you get it, and then we'll workshop that.
Well,
Okay.
no, that was supposed to be this, but it didn't. I
Okay.
forgot to have saved my
Rule,
progress.
yeah, lesson for everyone. Always back up your files because you never know when your computer is going to just, have a bad day. So,
Especially when you're experimenting with new plugins, because they can
oh
be
yeah,
glitchy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Happens to the best of us. It's okay. So send that over, Jay. So hopefully that's enough information for you to hone your next exercise too. All right. You think you got it?
Yes,
And
thank you.
I need your Metal Max track because
I'll do that.
we can talk all day about things, but if we don't actually apply it and put it in practice, then we'll never get better. All right. Okay, well, Vincent, are you ready with your questions yet?
Yeah, I only because of the fact that I still need to watch the other video, I just
Okay.
wanted to
Uh,
clarify
sure.
for the actual assignment. Do you mind if I share my screen? Or if
Sure,
you want,
sure.
you can also just pull up your copy of the assignment.
I'll let you share so I can see what you're
Okay.
talking about.
Um, so I'm looking here at can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I'm looking at this part. I think I understand to the most part.
Good.
Then same thing here, because I saw it was more of the forms.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see any issue with that. It's mainly I just want to make sure I don't do it wrong again. So this I understand. I wanted to ask, I'm like low key, like my ears just don't have it in me to listen to the background kind of track to transcribe.
Mm-hmm.
So I easily found like everything else except the melody. Is
Mm-hmm.
that, can I use that to
Yes.
transcribe, or is like the
Yes.
entire point of the assignment
No,
to,
no, the point is to you can absolutely do that. Um, 'Cause it can be challenging sometimes to pick up everything when all
Yeah,
the
exactly.
experimenting. So sometimes, sometimes that's sort of like, so it's not cheating. It's if you have trouble listening to it, just isolating that part. And sometimes sometimes students use, you might have to use AI tools to just pick out that, bring out the bass or the drum part or
Mm.
whatever to assist your ears too. So that's valid. So that's fine. Yes, perfectly fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I had, this I understand. It's mainly just with this, you said, where is it? I believe, yeah, write an 8-bar groove using the chord progression that you make from here.
Yes. Yes.
And then do you also use it for this
No,
or
that's
it's this,
provided.
right?
Yeah, that's provided for you. So the chords are.
Okay. And then it's purely the melody.
Yes, you just, well, okay, so it's a couple things. You're going to extrapolate. So I gave you the drums, but I gave you the first couple measures of the bass line and the chord stuff. So you have to continue the pattern for those and adapt it to the new chords that I gave you, right? So it's all about translating your bass line and adapting that to new chords. And then once you do that for every part, um, then you can create a melody over that. So that's the final step.
Um, sorry, I'm a little confused.
I can demonstrate. That's
It's a bit
fine.
of a lot. Yeah, that's
That's
why I opened the file. I think it's
sure.
easier if you share it.
Okay. Oh, oh, here in this place. So think about this way. Oh, uh, yeah. So
Uh, yeah,
think of
sorry.
here. Let's look at the electronic piano, right? Let me actually. I guess I could pull this. So you have this piano, dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun dun.
sorry, sorry.
Oh, we didn't hear anything. That's fine. So
Oh,
think.
really? Oh, it's so loud.
Okay. Well, let me actually demo that for a second. That might be. I can
Yeah, I
demo.
think it's better if you share. I'm a little
Sure.
all over
Sure.
the place.
Sure. Okay. Let me see. Kirby Groove here. Okay, so I have the exact same file pulled up. So you're getting a sort of a preview, Tom, of what's coming up. So, uh, okay, so this is the groove model assignment. So this is the first half is already like the default style.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So that's very
Oh, fun.
straightforward. Very fun. So what you're going to do is that these chords are based around these chords on the chords on the saw synthesizer, right? So what you want to do is now extrapolate exact pattern but adapt it to the new chords. So now it's going to be like this. Now this is the starting pitch, so I'm going to drop it down here. So now we're doing the same patterns, but for a different, whole new different set of chords, right? And you can even quiet down the chords in the back. Okay, that's the wrong note, right? That was the original. We have to adapt it to this pattern now. So you're learning groove vocabulary by doing this exercise and then changing it up, or you don't need to change it up. So adapting it to the third chord here and so forth, right, to make it fit. So it's very straightforward, but you just need to learn to extrapolate. And then what's going on in the fourth measure here? Okay, so we got some dum dum dum, right? So you just do the same thing, adapt it here. Let's see if it works. Right, and then back to the beginning. So you get to do that over and over. And then you got to continue adapting whatever pattern it is into the next the last part. So this is the part where you you translate that into here, right? So this is the exact same thing. Now in the A prime melody, we switch things up, so you gotta copy the thing here, right? And adapt this pattern. So that's how you approach the bass line. Same thing with the electronic keyboards. So you just pick the chords that you like. And so this is going up, going up, going up, down, triangle. So now you get to decide, okay, I guess I could pick these lower notes, or you could do the top notes. But the point is you're going to stick to the same rhythms, but the chords are outlined for you. They're the structural notes. Same thing with the xylophone. Okay, so they're high up here, right? And how do we translate that? Well, we're just gonna, whoops, go back to Kirby. We're just going to do the same thing, see if we can adapt it to this pattern. So I would just adjust this thing here, adjust it over, or you could create your own pattern. Maybe you could just like, so think of it as your guide notes. It's your kind of like your, right? So you just create the same pattern and then adjust it to the next thing, and then adjust it to the next thing, and so forth, and develop it. And then so that you would have the bass and the drums you don't need to worry about. Xylophone, so you would have 3 parts, and then last thing you put the melody. What you want to do is stick with the same rhythm for the most part as inspiration, unless you're feeling super creative. And then you would like, so for example, this is like da 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 da. Okay, so let's do the same thing, and note that these are formatted exact same structure, right? The melody enters in the A melody, not the intro. So you do the same here. Let's start with this pitch. Ba, ba, so you do ba 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 ba, whatever for the new chords. So basically, you're using all the patterns from here and translating it into a whole new context with different chords. But it will work because you're learning to adapt all these parts to new chords. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I definitely get it way more now. Thank God I
Yeah.
asked. Okay, so it's less of a pure composition and more of like a modifying what I have.
Yeah, exactly. You could think of it as modification, or you could think of it as just like learning a building block and just translating it into a wholly different new chord progression. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for
The
sure.
idea is that you could do this for any chord pattern that exists, or any chord progression. You could do this for your own chord that you invented. It doesn't have to be the one that I adapted, but that I created. But that's just the exercise I gave you, right? You could create your own chord progressions and then build it off that way, right? So you're learning groove that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So, any more questions?
If I finish this lead, is it something that could be reviewed tonight?
Yeah. If you finish something, I'm gonna look over it tonight. Yeah.
All right, I'm almost done. I want to like this one started off like the first bar, so I'm just trying to count each bar
Mm-hmm.
so I get the 8 that's
Mm-hmm.
required.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I took your advice with being more rhythm arpeg or like more rhythm.
Yes.
Spice it up.
Spice it up. Yes. Any questions from Kurt or Catherine or Tom?
Like what we're sharing tonight, is this like one of the week's assignments, or what was the
Oh, so yeah. So that's a little bit ahead. So Vincent's on week 6, so that's something you'll get there when 6 weeks from now. So you're just starting on week 1. So just take your time with the soundtracks, absorb everything, and then you'll move on to the FL Studio stuff on week 2. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I do have a question, but it's
Mhm.
kind of like more philosophical
Sure, yeah,
question.
yeah. I love those. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's the question?
Um, so I have two questions. The
Uh-huh,
first
uh-huh.
one, I actually wrote this down like
Oh
a few
wow.
days ago
Uh-huh,
um when I was working.
uh-huh.
The first one is writing is always hardest at the start,
Hmm.
and how do I start something efficiently without hating it so much and keep deleting my ideas at the beginning?
You're cracking me up. You're cracking me up. Um,
Ah,
have you watched the story of Bach and the Prussian king yet, Catherine?
Bach and the
The Prussian king.
Prussian king.
The story of Bach and the Prussian
I
king.
think I think you've told this story like few weeks ago.
Do you remember it?
Yeah, a few bits of it.
Okay, maybe I don't think I've told it to you guys in person. But this is the story of King and the story of Bach and the Prussian King. Everybody should watch this video on my YouTube, the story of Bach and the Prussian King. One, this is this story has been told in books, in YouTube video, in books, in a what you call it, in movie format, a movie adaptation of it, in a short snippet. But my retelling of it, I think, is probably one of the best. So it's worth your 8 minutes. You should watch it. Um, I'll give you a little bit spoiler though, but you should definitely watch this video. Everybody should watch this video. But the short of it is that um, Bach was invited to a palace by the king at the time, and so he was made to, you know, he was made to compose something on the spot for him. A few in the so anyway, um, it showed Bach's genius, and he made a masterpiece out of a very annoying subject from from the king. So I think that's all I'll tell you. Guys have to see it for yourself. You guys have for everybody watch that video. It's an inspirational story for all of us. But the answer to your question, Catherine, a couple pointers. One thing is that, which is the moral of the story, if you once you watch that video, and is that you can turn any dumb idea into a masterpiece given enough tools, time, and artistry. So it's not your starting idea that counts, that matters. It's how you develop it that sometimes matters the most. So um, maybe even an idea that seems uninspiring at first, maybe you can develop it if you just use the tools of development. So that's one angle. Um, Angle number two is, I guess you just have to do a lot of sketches and go with the ones that you like the most and is inspiring to you, I guess. You might be surprised because, like, going back to the development idea, some of my earliest drafts, and even some of my students, when you're first trying something out, like, okay, that's just okay. It's not like amazing, and I know this for myself too. It's like, okay, that's like pretty rough. It's like it's not like groundbreaking. It's like this is a sketch. It's like whatever. You'd be surprised by how far that idea goes just after a couple iterations playing with that. So just switching up the synths, switching up the instrumentations, giving it a new color. It's like, whoa, now it has a whole new personality. It's the same notes, whatever. You're just trying on different outfits for your track, and now it's just bringing out aspects more, and then you're going off of that inspiration now the colors, it's coming together, but it had to go through its rough phase in the beginning. um, And then the other aspect is just again the more development. So sometimes you have a melody that, okay, I don't know if that's working. It's not really sounding great. But then, I'm just like, I'm not inspired. It's like it's okay. Then, through the refining process, tweaking, let's say shifting the melody to the left, to the right, adjusting things, that thing that you sort of like didn't think much of turns into a really polished track that is like, whoa, that came a really long way that I didn't really necessarily see that in the beginning, right? So it's again with the tools of development, that can really help that take off. Um, does that help, Catherine?
Yeah, that helps. I think that makes sense. Like doing sketches because
Sketches.
initially
Hmm.
um I didn't think of it as sketches. I think of it as I didn't like this idea and I discarded.
Oh
But
yeah, so
since you said sketches, it
that's
makes it makes me think of it more objectively instead of subjectively.
yeah, yeah. Think of it as just your raw idea. Your raw idea. It's a demo for yourself. It's not polished. You get to play around with you get to do play around with a bunch of sketches initially, see if you like it. You might like it, and then maybe you're the whoever is your whoever is assigning it might say, okay, I want something else or whatever. It's just to think of it as just a demo. And then these are actually they're actually stages of development. I think I kind of want to pull up one of my earlier slides from years past. Okay, so we have let me see what Michael said. Let me answer Michael, see if we can still hop on. I'm gonna pull up a old slide. Let me see if I can still have it. Right here, actually, the contrast between first draft and final draft. I'm gonna show you guys. Um, so this track that I did years ago for my first game, actually. So the first draft was kind of just boring. It's like, well, whatever. I don't like this. Is not great, right? So this is it. Okay, right. So it's this really dorky, dinky sounding track playing thing. Dum, 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 dum. I was just throwing out my ideas out there with the tools I had, and in this sketch, is it exceptional? It's amazing. No, this is like not. It's very rough. It's like whatever, very forgettable. It has some ideas, like but does this sound like a really compelling track that's gonna like land for this game? And for full context, guys, the game was this. You're playing. You are basically trying to save this girl who got basically captured in these game, basically facilities where they are trying to like these camps or whatever that are trying to punish you for playing games, and so you're trying to rescue the girl via these files on her computer. So it's sort of like a mystery puzzle game, so you're navigating through her files to uncover the mystery and locate her and then ultimately save her. So it's supposed to be kind of like a little bit scary, not scary, a little bit spooky game where you gotta like, oh, it's a mystery. So that's the vibe I was going for. Okay, so that's the first draft. Let's look at the final draft now, and you'll see how with the tools of development, how that turned into something really cool. Same track. Just by switching up the synths, tweaking things, working with color, adding layers, fleshing things out. It's cinematic now. It's got emotional color. Who would have thought, right? It's creepy, it's haunting. And also slight tweaks with the harmony give it extra color and spookiness. And then, it repeats. And then using the tools of development to expand that track into 3 minutes. So now you are really telling the story now. So wait for it. So this is the repetition part. I only repeat this once because I don't want it to get too repetitive. Here's the weak section. So this is more a haunting moment now, just quiet. I had to get through the first draft to get to this part. We're dropping layers, dropping the drums. This is a contrasting beat section, by the way. And then I'm gonna build it up to the bridge, the climax. Here it is. Right. So anyway, that's to give you a little bit inspiration, Catherine. Okay, so who joined just now? Yay, Michael's here. Hello. So do you see the level of like how that's a dumb track? I don't like it. And it's like it's no good. And it's like, no, you'd be surprised, Catherine. That's kind of like also, I compare that also to us as individuals as well. When we're coming in, a lot of us are coming at in different levels as composers. I guess now I feel like I should have played the rest of that tracks to see how I ended that move. I'll come back to this. I guess I will show you the last part of that track because there was it's about using power moves too to make it really interesting. Because let me show you that last power move that I did here. Oops. The power move at the end. How did I end this track? You know how I started with the da 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 da, and that's harmonized in fits. I bring it back. Oh, right. Oh wait, no. Right at the end. Okay, so it's not exactly the same thing. I shift it higher. Da 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 da. Right. Da 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 da. So same thing in the intro, just higher now. Okay, here's the power move. Now I harmonize it with the really creepy chord to make it interesting, right? Right? That's a power move right there. It's surprising. Now it repeats. Now you create impact as a result, right? Through your moves, the techniques you use with sounds, with development. And now you've created we created a haunting loop that segues perfectly into the beginning, right? And it's like you are setting the tone, you're setting the vibe. And so to go back to what I was saying, Catherine, this is almost kind of like us as individuals and as with our music. When we're first starting a new skill or a track or whatever, even us as people, when we're starting something, we sometimes we're pretty rough, on the edges and everything. And it's like, okay, the sounds I'm making aren't that great. I'm not sounding great. Then, with iterations and practice and honing, this is what we get, both our music and ourselves. We hone our craft as composers, as artists, and we develop that polish over time through iteration and repetition, and honing. Okay, so that's true of us as people as well as with our music. So what happens in this boot camp, guys, in this program is whatever a lot of students, they might have a draft that is kind of like this, and then we just cycle through that, learn the power moves, learn the tools of development, learn all the shortcuts and the cheat codes and all that, and then we put out something that's more like this after iteration. So does that make sense, Catherine?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
really makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't have any follow-up thoughts on that.
I like it.
Um, hey, go ahead. Go ahead.
Or was Jay gonna say something? Well, Jay
Oh
just
no,
said,
I just said I like the reverb and all that, like the ambience. It makes you feel like it. I don't know. I liked how you mixed it. It was mixed very well.
okay. Well, thanks. Yeah, that was for my first little game. But yeah, Catherine, you were gonna say something.
I was thinking, yeah, initially it was hard because initially I usually don't like my ideas,
Hmm.
and it's now clearer that I have to create few sketches
Hmm.
and find which one that I prefer the most. So
Yeah.
previously I was just like, I don't like it, I delete, I don't like it, I delete.
Oh.
So it becomes a
Oh, that's hard.
stressful thing to do at
Mm-hmm.
every beginning, at every start of
Oh,
a
I
project.
see. Yeah, just try more sketches too. That's another thing. You get options. You don't have to commit to an idea in the beginning. You could you could do a whole bunch of sketches from different angles, different grooves, different chords. So, um, yeah, start. Um, I'm curious too, Catherine. In your process, what is usually your starting point? Everybody has a preference in how they start ideas. I have students who like starting with their basses or drums, bass and drum person. I'm a harmony guy. I'm a groove slash harmony guy. Some people might, I don't know, I don't know if I met a purely melodic person, but I tend to start with the groove and chords first, and then I put the melody over that. What's your starting your go-to starting process?
Usually I will start with finding the right instruments
Mm,
because usually it will shape the
yes,
genre of the song.
yes, yes.
And then after that, depending on the intensity of the song, if
Mm.
sorry, I shouldn't use the word song.
She
Track.
she knows it.
I remember it.
She was paying attention. Yes.
Yeah. So depending on the intensity of the track,
Hmm.
sometimes I will start with the melody first
Uh-huh.
and then the groove.
Okay.
But if it's more intense, then I will start with the groove first
Mm.
and
Yes.
then the melody.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I think you just need to try a couple more sketches too, and pick the best one out of those. Yeah,
Mm, yeah, that's a good exercise.
yeah,
Thank you, Eric.
for sure. Michael, do you have any questions? Welcome.
Hi, sorry, I'm driving right now. I feel like I'm always driving every time I'm in here. But I kind of just came to listen in. If if you could analyze something, I don't know. It doesn't have to be from me, but if anybody has something they want to, like a track they want to analyze, that'd be cool because it can be something I can just listen to while I'm
Okay.
driving home. If nobody has any suggestions, I could find a track and pick one.
Okay. Well, we got 13 minutes, so
Oh,
does
I
anyone?
finished my lead, by the way.
Okay. Okay. We'll just we'll start with Jalen's track. Um,
Okay, cool.
uh, Contrafast. So the Metal Max, right? Is that it?
Yes, Metal Max.
Okay. Let's see. Let's start with yours. For sure. Okay, well, Vincent has to head off for dinner, so that's fine. I'll see you later. So let's see. Okay, so let's see what you came up with, Jay. That's so funny. Um, uh, Kurt also loves the pitch bends.
Big fan.
Oh, wow, nice. Okay, good, good, good. Good, 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 good. One technical consideration here is just limit yourself to a single voice for when you're doing a solo melody. Typically it's a bass, middle voice, and melody, so I wouldn't necessarily do the harmonizations just yet. I would just yeah, so I wouldn't. But and also another thing too is um, unless you're gonna continue that, because then it's sort of like okay, solo, full solo. So you sort of switch between textures, right? So if you I would you just love that harmonization, maybe you would continue it do some middle voice to complement that, but don't sort of like give us a harmonization and then pull back and then we forget about it, right? Because then it would feel a little bit out of place. Let's
All right.
see. Okay, okay. So one more time, let's listen to one more time. Let me listen. Yeah, well, very well done. I love the contour of this melody, which is another word for shape. So you're going down, trajectory down, 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 going up, and then really nice pattern here, and then going back down. I think it's really solid. That said, this melody is again, just know the type of melody you're doing right now. This melody has more of a improv flair to it. So this is something I'd probably save for something like, if this were a longer track, something I would save like two-thirds the way in. I got the boring stuff that's repetitive, that's groovy and catchy, and then I'm gonna pull this off two-thirds the way in probably. Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't feel like the beginning of a track necessarily. It feels like we're kind of,
In
you
the
know,
middle.
in the middle, exactly. So I like this, but still make sure you know how to write the stuff that is standalone too, right? So the boring stuff that could loop over and over without, the showing off your improvisational stuff just yet, right? It makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would like to hear from Kurt too, or Catherine, because Kurt is a fan of the pitch bends technique.
That's right.
I had a question about that pitch
Oh
bend
yeah.
actually. Is that like an automation clip? Like, how did you do that? Is that on your MIDI keyboard? How did you
I used a slide note.
slide note? Okay.
Yeah, actually, one of you, either you, um, Kurt or Jay, could you like shoot a slide note guide for Michael? That'd be great.
Yeah, that was cool. I would like to learn how to do that. I don't use a lot of automation stuff. I'm trying to figure out how to use more of the and it's not so basic. So that would be cool.
Okay, so that's
Sure.
Michael's just gonna go out with the slide notes too next time probably. So Kurt, maybe you could send him a little slide note guide too.
Sure. Yeah, I'll make a couple videos tonight.
I will
Yeah.
say about the slide note, it depends on what VST if you're using, because there's some VSTs where they don't use slide notes, so you'll need to use pitch bend, which is in the automation in FL Studio.
Okay, got it. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, the automations, Michael, is just in the bottom of FL Studio. You just right click and hover to channel pitch, and then you'll have all the the pink stuff to adjust the pitch.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the automation videos because I've
Mhm.
been trying to figure out how to put those in.
Good, good. Well, Kurt, did you have anything to say about this melody?
I liked it, and I agree that it's very like improvisatory, and that it should probably be saved for later.
Good,
It's not bad at all.
good, good. Okay, well, any other questions, guys?
Was this like developed like originally with like the rhythm, and then you put the melody on top,
Yes. Yeah,
like
so
the
everything
composition process?
yeah, everything but the melody was provided. So the bass, the drums were all given, and the assignment is just for you to put your melody over that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What week was this? Like week? What week was that?
Week one, week one. Oh,
Oh, is this
week
okay?
two, week two.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. This really shows me where your melodic chops are at. Yeah. Okay, well, any more questions?
I guess I have a question that's not necessarily like a theory question or
Uh-huh.
anything,
Yeah.
and it's kind of meant for every. I guess it kind of applies to everybody, but like plug-in wise, what would you recommend that's not like $100? Like
Plugin wise.
cheap
Um,
plug-in that's
Use sound fonts.
sound font.
yeah, Jay just answered it for me, sound fonts. Also, Jay, you're a fan of sound fonts, and this is specific to FL Studios users. So, if you got your favorite set of sound fonts, please share that too. I go with the very low key ones, which are gonna be like the Toho sound fonts and then the what was it, SF. I think that's like I can't remember.
SMG.
SMG, whatever it is, yeah. So give us a list, Jalen, if you got a list of sound fonts, and then Kurt's another good person to
Yeah,
ask.
I have the Earthbound. I have the Tohu, and then
So,
Chiptune,
yeah.
and the SMG, and I think I have some more. I have another one that's Ultimate Guitar Kit, and it's a sound font. It's a really, I would recommend it for like a free, like if you want a good guitar sound but for free, it's a good one. And I think a few other synth retro video game sound fonts.
Yeah, can you put that in the list and share that in the Discord, Jay?
Yeah, I'll put it in like because I have them in like an organized folder. So yeah, I'll
Oh
send that over
yeah,
to.
if you have it,
That,
that would be perfect. You could just even upload it too, on a folder too.
All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been primarily using like Labs and Contacts, like all the free ones. And Labs is good, but like I guess I just want to see what how much more I can use it. 'Cause Labs is open.
Sorry, could you say the last thing again?
I was just saying I wanted to see what more sounds I could find because Labs is a little limited or what they have.
Okay, I think you said that you were trying to see what options there were. Is sort of how I'm interpreting your question.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's Labs. I know it's Labs.
Yeah. Yeah, but Jay's gonna send some of those sounds your way. Yeah, so share that in the Discord, Jay.
I also have another one called Node Font.
No font.
Has synths and stuff. I'll send those over. Where do I send it?
Discord, just put it in the channel general. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So last couple minutes here. We got any more questions?
Is there a specific? So I was looking for Toho sound fonts. I was wondering if you've been through them and like if you know which one's the best or
I
whatever.
thought honestly, I thought there was just one, the one
Just
that
one. Okay. Yeah, there's a few.
there's main. It's been a while since I used this Toho sound fonts, but you probably know more about it than I do at this point.
Oh, really? Okay.
Toho
All
sound
right.
fonts.
Maybe there's some new and improved ones. I don't know.
Yeah. Those are gonna be good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's pretty much it. Though Kurt is working on a Toho track, an upcoming Toho inspired track. So um I'm very curious as to your inspirations and how that will turn out.
I haven't really started yet. Well, I've been overdosing on Toho
Oh,
vitamins, just
yeah,
listening to
that's fine.
mostly the first three albums,
Okay.
starting with Starlight.
Yeah, I was listening to Toho soundtrack all day today, actually, just to kind of like warm up to like hear what's going on. Like, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Guys, yeah, I'll end with some Zune wisdom, I guess. But Zune is like a very underrated composer in this genre. He is kind of like a um he's an indie game developer, so he created the games entirely as a container for his music. So he built the game around his music, right? So that's a very interesting aspect about Zune. In addition to the fact that the gameplay is just like really gorgeously done, the programming, the patterns is all done by him, and the art. So he's a solo game developer, even though the official producer name is Shanghai Team Shanghai Alice. So he's got this whimsical flair. His writing is rooted in it's an outgrowth of the retro chiptune style, but brought to new heights. So I liken him to Bach. You know, he's kind of like the Bach of video game music. He's known for his very intricate writing. He's there's this really this sense of classicism in his writing. I feel like there's like just very classical VGM writing. Very catchy, but also very Japanese as well. It's got that Japanese folk vibe. But um, he is basically he's got the what was it? I had the three things about him. So he's got the simplicity of Mozart, the the complexity of Bach, and then he's got the drama of Beethoven. I think that's how I put it in years past. So the simplicity of Bach, the complexity, I think was a complexity, simplicity of Bach, oh, simplicity of Mozart, the complexity of Bach, and then the drama of Beethoven. So, and another phrase that I always share is "Soon as a
I gotta go to bed, guys. I have
oh,
school
see you,
tomorrow.
Jay. We're done anyway. So, Zune is a
All right,
genius. Zune is
bye.
a genius. Zune is a genius. That you guys should whisper that mantra every night before you go to sleep. Zune is a genius. 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 It's my mantra. Um, yeah, well, that's it, guys. So we're that's our office hours. So great session today. Any closing thoughts or questions? Okay, fantastic. So we're gonna figure out our next office hour session, which is gonna be on Saturday. So we'll schedule that. Okay, for sure. No worries, Catherine. Okay, so all right, we'll talk to everybody soon. Keep submitting. Everything's due today. Okay, send your assignments, etc. Okay. All right, talk
Good night,
soon.
guys.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Hey. See ya.